aware of the upcoming redistricting meeting that's going to be held on Wednesday, the 11th, at the Savannah Rapids at 5 o'clock. And we're asking our community to show up in support of this meeting and the testimonies that are going to be presented in reference to the redistricting of our community.
Okay. Why are you urging people so much to?
We're urging people because, first of all, this is the census report that is going to affect our community. And as you know, the census has just been completed. They do the census every 10 years, and every 10 years, your community can and will change based on the census. We don't know what the census are because we have not seen the numbers. And we won't see the numbers until they are made public to us. And that won't be until after this meeting on Wednesday, which is next week. Okay.
And so you want people to come out so they can be aware of how they're going to go about it?
To be aware because the testimonies that are being presented affects our community in terms of what we want our community to look like.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
Was simply this. A lot of people, when we're looking at redistricting, we also have to take into account that COVID impacted their ability to accurately count people. Normally you're going to have trouble from a normal perspective, but then when you had the coronavirus out there were a lot of people, even though a lot of people did it online, but there are a lot of people that don't have access to online. So they didn't have as many people out there in the field, and the people that were in the field were somewhat reluctant to go all out like they may have done years ago. So all these things need to be considered when they are looking at the data.
Right.
I understand that they have not released the numbers as of yet, but I do believe that those numbers are not going to be true indicators of what the population actually is.
Okay. What are your concerns with, because obviously, you know, people are being urged to be aware. What would you like for people to be on the alert for as they observe the redistricting meeting?
Well, several things. One is that they make every effort to make sure that they keep communities whole, that they don't split communities. The other thing is that there is fairness in the process. There's transparency. I understand that there's that political part of it, but I think that I really believe that they need to have a neutral person or a neutral group of people to actually draw the lines. And in the process of doing that, you're not leaning to either party. You're just doing the work. So I think that would really be a great asset. I went through some training in Atlanta a few years ago, and there was a team that came in from the University of Georgia, and they actually showed the maps when the Democrats were in charge, when the Republicans were in charge, and the maps look almost alike. So we need a neutral party to come in and do the right thing.
Okay. So you would say that it's to urge an extra layer of accountability.
Yes.
Okay.
And we definitely need that transparency.
Okay.
People should not be asking the question if there's a fix. It's the fix in. There's a lot of stuff in the news media now that's out there, and we really need to just clear up some of this stuff and at least give people a degree of hope.
Do you have any further words?
Keep hope alive.
Amen.